Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about muscle. So 2 years ago I was skinny fat. I had no muscle, I had no intention to build a good body. I got no attention from girls, no attention from women. They were because I wasn't attractive, or I wasn't trying to be attractive. So I got no attention from any women. I had all the bad habits that you could probably think of. That's probably like video games. I was eating lots of sugar. I was poor sleep. I was watching Netflix, all these kind of stuff. Like me personally, my mindset was I would rather watch Netflix for literally an hour or 2 hours rather than just getting in a 15-minute workout. Literally. And that was sort of my mindset, my friends, the people I hung around with, were never into working out. They were never into exercising or improving their wellness. They were all into kind of video games. Some of them were playing sports, so like fair enough. I never really enjoyed the idea of playing sports or anything, or the sports that they were playing. The exact advice that I'd give to myself 2 years ago, I'd literally slap him in the face and I would give him this advice. So listen up. Number one is getting your sleep right. If you don't have good sleep, any of your efforts that you make to lose weight won't work. Now, most idiots might have clicked off this video because they don't want to hear the truth. If you don't get your sleep right, your body is not going to recover properly and you're not going to lose weight or fat. So that's why I'm going to give you an actionable step. Make a time that you're going to go to bed. If it's 11:30, go to bed at 11:30. So for me, a time that works for me is somewhere from 11:30 to 12. I'm in bed. I don't care if the world is ending. I'm in bed by 11:30 to 12 o'clock. I'm in bed. Now, what also matters is what you do before bed. What I tend to do before bed is I meditate for like 15 minutes and then I just go to bed. And then I just plan for my next day and I just go to bed. What you do will matter. Because if you spend time on Netflix, if you spend time on scrolling through your phone or whatever, when you go to bed, you might be able to fall asleep. Might be able to fall asleep, and even then it's very tough. But even if you do fall asleep, your brain is going to be like very overstimulated from all the things that you were doing before bed, and it's gonna be harder for you to stay asleep. You're gonna wake up literally in the middle of the night, literally thinking about what video you watched before you went to bed, or like you might be like analyzing different kind of videos. We don't want that. So literally, before you go to bed, do something relaxing. Read a poem, write a poem, plan for the next day, meditate, do yoga, any of these kind of stuff. If you do, you're gonna have proper sleep. Is beliefs. Now, whether we believe that we're gonna lose weight or not will determine if you're gonna lose weight or not. Because so say you're doing an exercise and you think, oh yeah, I'm not going to lose weight from this exercise. You won't lose weight from this exercise. And don't copy what other people are doing. If your friends are playing football and you like basketball, go play basketball, because you will lose weight from playing basketball than just football. So there's no one answer here. You can lose weight many different ways. And the number one thing is to pick an exercise that you genuinely like doing. Really ask yourself, actionable step, right? Take a piece of paper and pen, literally write down, what exercise would I do just for the fun of it? If I didn't care about the benefits it gave me, what exercise would I do just for the fun? And later on in the video, I'm going to give you what are the different kinds of exercise that you can pick. So stay for that. But literally, all I'm saying is pick an exercise that you think would care about the benefits. What exercise would you actually do? and start doing that. Is your NEAT. Your NEAT is your non-activity thermogenesis. So what this means is a non-exercise activity thermogenesis. What this means is that, so I'm going to give you an actionable step to take. Don't worry about it now. But this is where you start so you'll be sitting for most of the day. You'll be like sitting down for most of the day. How can you burn calories when you're sitting down for most of the day? Well, start fidgeting. Like literally start fidgeting. Like literally start like moving your legs like this, or like taking something that's around you and start like tapping it on your hands. So you're like fidgeting. You're like moving when you're sitting down, right? Or like when you're listening to someone talk or listening to your teacher talk, really nod your head. Show them some appreciation, or start tapping it. So when you fidget a lot, this can burn a lot of calories. I'm not telling this an exercise, but like stretched out over a long period of time, you will lose weight. But if you start fidgeting, like literally start fidgeting. I heard this from Andrew Huberman. You can burn anywhere from 800 to 2,500 calories. So again, this is probably depending on a lot of factors, but take this with a grain of salt. Literally start fidgeting every single day. An actionable step that I'll give you is take some sort of sticky notes and literally write down fidget, and then literally put it up where you usually sit down for most of the day. Literally just put it up and be like, oh, and then if you look at it, be like, oh yeah, I need to start fidgeting. Just start fidgeting. If you do this over a long period of time, there's a good amount of calories you're gonna burn. Now I recently started doing this, and I've been doing this for almost 1 year because I fidget a lot, and I lost weight. For a year and a half later, I lost weight. You're moving, so it burns calories. Next is cold showers. Don't click off the video yet. Cold showers are very important if you want to lose weight. Cold showers will help you lose weight. How? Because cold showers make your body into a state of thermogenesis. Thermogenesis is your body constantly trying to keep you warm. So when you're in a cold environment, you're warm. So what you want to do is take cold showers. Now I recently started doing this, so I'm literally doing it with you. I haven't done this before. Cold showers. I was always a bit of a pussy doing cold showers, but literally what you want to do is when you're taking cold showers, is to build the resilience gradually. Because so say you are at a temperature of a cold shower, right? And if you get adapted to it really quickly, you're not going to shiver anymore because your body is used to that amount of temperature. So what I would say is try to increase the resilience gradually, because if you just go like that and then you get adapted, your body is going to be adapted to it and you're not going to lose weight, because you need to get that shiver. That shiver is what's going to make you lose the weight. You need to get that shiver, lose the fat. Get the shiver on. Because if you start shivering, you will lose weight, because that's your body in thermogenesis. So literally an actionable step that you can take today, and I'm trying to do this too, is at the end of your cold shower, your warm shower or whatever shower you're doing, at the end of that, do like 30 seconds or maybe 15 seconds of cold shower and get that shiver. If cold shower is not making you shiver, then that's a good rule to keep in mind. Always shiver. If you're not shivering, increase the cold or do it more often throughout the week. I'd say that start off with 1 to 3 times a week should be good, and then after that, when you keep gradually increasing, start to increase some sort of thing. Maybe you might increase the temperature, or you might do it more, something like that. So if you do that, you will lose weight because your body is in thermogenesis. Andrew Huberman mentioned about this, and it was very interesting. Next is, I'd come back to the exercise. So there are different kinds of exercise that we can do, right? Number 1 is HIIT. HIIT is bursts of intense exercise followed by rest periods. So you might So 30 seconds you might do burpees and you might take rest for another 30 seconds. So that's kind of HIIT training. There's this guy, his name is Body Coach TV. He does a lot of these HIIT workouts. I will link his channel in the description below. Go, if you're interested in HIIT training, watch him. He's literally the best. It burns a lot of calories. So what HIIT essentially means is you're trying to do burpees, like 30 seconds you might do burpees, and then you might take a rest. And you might do some intense push-ups, you might take rest. Like, that's what essentially what it means. It's HIIT. Then we have sit. Sit is sprint interval training. This focuses on all out sprint. So what you do, you go outside and you sprint all out with all your energy. And then you take long period of rest. So you might sprint for like 30 seconds and you might take like 60-second rest. And you continue to do this for like 12 rounds or 8 rounds or whatever. I'm going to tell you the best exercise for like a beginner, or what exercise do I think is the best for whatever level you're in. So just keep waiting for that. Mist is moderate intensity steady state cardio. This involves things like jogging, cycling at a moderate pace. That's kind of challenging but not really. It's sort of the middle ground between HIIT and sit. So you can do something like that. It's very moderate intensity. You can pretty much do this with anything. Then we have LISS. LISS is low intensity steady state cardio. This things like walking, light swimming, maybe just cycling just for fun, at a very low intensity sort of thing. So there are all the types of training that I would recommend that you do. What I would say, as I said before, you need to pick an exercise that you like. Me personally, I started off with walking. So with LISS. So I started off with walking for a good amount of time. I walked for like 3 hours every single day, and I lost weight after 2 years, a year and a half. Because walking takes time. I wasn't on a diet or something back then, so that's why it took me long. But if you are on a good diet, you will lose weight with walking. I've made a video about diet. You can go check that out. It's on my channel. But walking with a good diet, you're going to lose weight even sooner. For me, it took a year and a half. I wouldn't recommend that you do sit. Sit is very high intensity unless you're not like a good sort of cardio level person. I wouldn't recommend that. HIIT, again, you need a bit of experience. Or you can do HIIT, 15 minutes of HIIT is great, but like, again, if you don't have the kind of capacity for it, I wouldn't recommend doing HIIT. I started off with LISS and then HIIT, and then I do like a couple times a week mist as well. So yeah, so you can do anything, but like, I would say start off with walking. Walking is one of the best exercises you can do because you can do that every single day. Actionable step that I want you to take is find out the exercise that you like doing. And once you found that out, research and start doing it. You need to maintain your muscle mass, because when you start doing training, you start to lose the fat. They all strip off, but you might also lose muscles. You need to make sure you're getting in enough protein. So from what I literally do is I just go down to Tesco and I grab this sort of milk that's 33 grams of protein. It's great amount of protein. Or you can try and make an effort to add more protein to your diet, more Greek yogurt, more milk, all that sort of stuff. So get in as much protein as possible. Actionable step I want you to take today. Ask yourself, from the meals that you were eating, literally sit down and ask yourself, where can I add more protein? And then add in more protein, and then you're gonna maintain your muscle mass. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.